Welcome to Neville TV with the brand new Samsung Galaxy camera in an unboxing and first hands-on video. As you can see here on the back, it's also called the EK GC100 here in Europe, but it could have a different name, of course, in the States. So we have here in the front a few technical details right away, since this Samsung Galaxy camera is not only a camera, but it also has a lot of multimedia functions that you know from the Galaxy line, like the Samsung Galaxy S3. So we have a 16 megapixel sensor, 21 times optical zoom, and a really nice wide screen angle. Screen angle. When you use the camera for close-up shots, it will be quite great. As you can see on the back, also it has a quad-core processor, a lot of RAM, and so on and so on, but I will show you a lot of it in this video. So let's take a look at what's inside the box here on the first Christmas day. And we have here the white version. As you can see, we will check it out in just a few seconds. Just let's see first how to put the battery in, and then I can show you some features. So we have here a short quick starter guide and manual. Nothing special there from Samsung, not too much paperwork. Then we have a battery actually here, 1600 milliamp hours, 1650 milliamp hours. It should be the same battery as in the Samsung Galaxy S2, as my colleague told me, and actually you can get another one for free right now when you register on the Samsung website, and you get also a docking station, but that's probably one of the reasons it has a really high price tag. Then we have a micro USB cable here in white. Probably there should be a black one with the black or dark blue version, a little leather thing to put around your arm, also in white, and it says Samsung here on the side, also engraved. And one more thing, of course, if you don't want to charge your Samsung Galaxy camera via computer or netbook, you can also charge it with this little small USB adapter. You probably already know from smartphones. It gives out 1 milliamp hour, so 1 amp actually, or 1000 milliamps at 5 volts. So about 1.5 to 2 hours should be enough to charge this little, or actually quite big camera, since it has a 4.8 inch touchscreen, and you have quite a lot of battery drainage when you use it. So as you can see, when you open up the bottom with this little flip, you can access the micro SD SIM card reader. Also the battery goes in right there. Let me put in the battery, and the micro HDMI port is also right there. Let me put in the battery the right way, because you can put it in also the wrong way, but then of course nothing happens. So what's interesting about this little bottom cover here is that you can open up also only the micro HDMI slot here to connect it to your TV. You don't have to open up actually the battery cover, which is quite nice. We have also here the little space to put this camera on a stand. You have the camera information. On the side you have here the flash, which opens up right away. You don't actually need even power for that. This is a hardware button. On the bottom there is the speaker. On the top you have the on-off switch, microphone, shutter button, zoom control actually, and on the other side you have here behind the little flap the micro USB for charging. This is actually not waterproof, but there is still a lot of little flaps here, and then you have here the 3.5mm connector, so you can use your headphones. And on the bottom here is the little space, so you can use your leather thingy right here that was inside the box. On the front we have a beautiful design, quite a big lens actually. It sticks out quite far, and compared to maybe a Apple iPhone 5 in terms of size, you can see that in width it's really, or in thickness it's really quite a difference. But if you check it out from the back, there is not much difference. Even though it has a 4.8 inch touchscreen, it's just a little bit higher. So if we turn on the device, you will see that it takes a short while from cold boot to go all the way to the menus. But let me just let it do that. And while that happens, I can tell you a little bit about Android 4.1.1 that's installed on here. Also the lens is actually made by Samsung, so there's no Leica or any other company working here with the Samsung. But as we will see, it already opened here the lens. It's quite fast once we are booted up. So you can see that I don't have to go too far with the camera. It's about 25 to 30 centimeters. I have to go away so it fits my complete face in the pictures, so you can really easily shoot one-handed photos. What's quite hard about that is that it's actually a touchscreen, so if you touch the display, nothing too much will happen, or maybe just shoots a picture if you leave your hand too long on here, but it's quite hard to hold if you use it only with one hand. But of course, what's more interesting about maybe the Galaxy camera is that we have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 3G built in, and if you press the home button, you go out to the Android menu, which is Android 4.1. It closes the lens here on the front, and then you can really go here through everything that's on the camera and use it as a normal tablet or smartphone device with 4.8 inches. You can download, of course, all the apps you want. You can browse through here so you can see what standard apps we have installed. For example, Instagram is right away on here, Facebook, and all kinds of other standard apps. Now, since we have Android 4.1.1 installed, you see here on the side there is actually the 3 Android buttons that we need, and of course the display flipping is also possible, but then it's actually quite strange to hold the camera like this. This way it's actually a lot more responsive to my hand, I would say. But let's just go home, and then if you just want to use the camera, you have to press here on the top the shutter button, and then the camera opens up, and then you're right away in the camera mode. It doesn't take too long. And what's actually the most interesting about this camera menu here by Samsung is that you can really set a lot of things manually and quite nicely, as you would maybe also on a DSLR. Especially if my Casio ZR1000 would focus, you could see everything here. So you can set quite a few things, and you can see right away the difference between the different settings. For example, here you will see that it gets brighter in the background, at least my shirt, or if I go all the way down, it gets a little bit darker. So you can also zoom and everything else, but that's for another video. We will use this Samsung Galaxy camera here during the CES together with my Panasonic GH2, but I will usually probably mention which camera I will be using. One thing that's of course missing for me is a flippable display, but maybe in the next one, and of course it could be a little bit thinner. So till next time, please tune in again. My name is Balázs Gál. This was the Samsung Galaxy camera and an unboxing. Till next time, please tune in again, and Merry Christmas.